goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Brought down.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Jackson's
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Calais Campbell on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
On second down, here's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Jackson.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Alert 3. Kill.
A give. This is Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. Jackson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
49-yard gain on the play.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
At the Seahawks.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A give to Cook out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That's taken at around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
Jackson's pass.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A gain of 5. First down, 49ers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
KJ Wright.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. Up a big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard. Line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken down.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each play, even though it was complete.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Number 22.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson, 79 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Able to spin free. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Quinton Dunbar.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll move the chains.
Gain of 7.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Javon Kinlaw picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Niners on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This will be 3rd and 15. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Pauschka's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Complete to Odell Beckham.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
By the 49.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Complete.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Jackson will throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball. And he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He finds Beckham complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Say.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
It's 3rd down. Today's final score, Niners.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense.